So, teachers, there are good ones, and there are okay ones, and there are bad ones. Oh, sorry, I think I had something in my throat. But yeah, teachers have this amazing power to be able to make or break your lesson. Either you have a really good teacher who lets you talk, make jokes, or you could have a bad teacher who makes the subject boring and literally makes you sit there like a bloody fence post. And even if you sneeze or cough, it's just detention! For what? Don't talk back unless you want to go to the principal's office. But yeah, an example of a good teacher is my history teacher that I have now. If you know me personally, then you know who I'm talking about. Now, my history teacher is known for being the best teacher ever, and it shows because I'm getting 8s and 9s in his class, which, for Americans, is equivalent to A to an A star. When I was younger, I actually wanted to be a teacher, and I remember the moment I decided that being a teacher wasn't for me. I was in year 6, and for Americans, that's when you're about 11 years old. I was in English, I think, and we were sat on the floor listening to the teacher talk, and I was sat at the front. After the teacher was done talking, she put a video on for us to watch or something while she did something and opened a filing cabinet. And as she did this, I saw her open it, and inside it was filled to the brim with papers. And from that moment on, I realised that being a teacher was too much work for me. I was pretty lazy as a kid, huh? But anyway, now I'm going to tell you about a teacher that was awful. So yeah, when I was in year 2, which for Americans is when you're about 6 years old, me and my class were making like maps of the world or something, and I was just walking back to my seat after getting a piece of paper, and all of a sudden my teacher just lost it and she was like, "I am sick and tired of all of you shouting! I can't even hear myself think!" And while she was saying this, I was just standing there in pure fear. Keep in mind, I was only 6 years old. No adult had ever screamed at me like this before. So me being 6, I was terrified, practically on the verge of tears. And after she finished, she just looked at me and said, "Why are you not in your seat?" I was just getting, "Sit down!" Okay. Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that she was also pregnant at the time, so I can't imagine being in a room full of 6-year-olds screaming whilst also feeling sick all the time being that great. So looking back, I don't blame her. But she did end up being replaced when she went on maternity leave, and the woman who replaced her ended up being one of my favourite teachers, and I still talk to her to this day. I think that a good teacher is one that makes you not only interested to learn the subject, but makes it fun to learn the material as well. However, a bad teacher will not only make you hate the subject, but also put you in a bad mood for the rest of the day. I feel that teachers are so important when it comes to if you enjoy a subject or not. For example, I used to hate maths because of the way my old teacher taught us. He didn't talk to us, no, he just gave out sheets upon sheets of paper that we had to read and then complete. And I hate that teaching method, but now I have a better teacher and I'm actually not doing too bad in math. At the end of the day, I think teachers are important people, but only if they do the job right.